Captain America: A Brave New World, aka Captain America 4, is Marvel Studios' biggest movie coming out next. It's coming out next year. And there is a lot of pressure on this movie because it's the first movie next year and it's got to set up the new Avengers team, essentially. There's so much pressure on this movie that they have actually officially filmed the movie twice, and it's got one of the biggest budgets ever that a lot of people said was made up. But seeing as one of the stars of the movie came out and said something pretty interesting recently, we're going to have to talk about it. And it almost feels and looks like they've changed a lot of the story. Not because of Doctor Doom, nothing to do with that, but because it tested so badly. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Wish you here if you are new on it. Make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to cover on a daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below. How freaking excited are you for the future of the MCU? If you're up to date with Agatha, you're seeing they've actually hinted at Agent of Mephisto, so I wonder where that's going on Agatha. It actually is pretty cool, and it's basically officially being confirmed that Rio is basically playing Death. Going to be an interesting time for Marvel fans. So check us out on Instagram at WarStew to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, and check us out on Twitter. WarStewG. Right, let's get into it. So, remember a while ago, there were reports that apparently the budget for Captain America Brave New World were $350 to $375 million. And a lot of the industry insider was saying that's absolutely nonsense. But the actor playing the leader says he basically filmed the movie twice. What other movie did they film literally twice? Doctor Strange Into Multiverse Madness. Because they reshot the movie twice, that movie has a budget of $414 million. And that's insane. So the rumors that came out over a year ago that said that Captain America 4 screen tested so badly, I think this is actually true now. And seeing as there's a lot riding on the shoulders of this movie, because this has to set up the next Avengers team, and Captain America, even though it should still be Steve Rogers, aka played by Chris Evans, Captain America's got to be a pinnacle character going forward for at least Avengers 5, if he doesn't get killed by Doom at least. Someone in Captain America: A Brave New World, Tim Blake Nelson, has commented on the movie additional photography, likely to shoot in the same project twice, hearing from the leader. Interesting. Marvel Studios has made some major step-ups during the multiverse saga, with the Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars fastly approaching. We're seeing a major course correction and a shift back to quality over quantity. Now, realistically, I don't think that's got anything to do with these reshoots, although a lot of people would basically say that's the reason. Daredevil Born Again underwent a major creative overhaul mid-shoot, and Captain America Brave New World has gone over extensive reshoots meant to fix what wasn't working. What wasn't working was that the test screens went badly. Talking to the Hollywood Reporter, so an official trade, the leader actor Tim Blake Nelson shared some insights into just how much might have changed. It's coming out in February. We're nearly in October now, so it's coming soon. Well, we're done. I've shot it, he said. I've actually shot it twice because I did it originally over a year ago, and then we came back and redid a lot of it at the beginning of the summer. Every single movie I do, hopefully, makes me better. I've probably done about 60 movies in between Hulk and Captain America Brave New World. Nelson continues. So there are dozens of increments of improvement. This adds weight to the rumors that the Serpent Society has been left to the cutting room floor and suggest extend well beyond just action scenes. It's funny because if I go back and look at what people were saying when they were doing reshoots, it was minor reshoots, yet this lad has literally just said he's reshot the movie twice. Well, there will be those who spin Nelson comments as negative. It wasn't that long ago he was heaping praise on Captain America Brave New World and Marvel Studios. Now, it's not a negative, but it's going to come at a huge cost. It means because the production budget is close to $400 million, it's going to have to do close to $1 billion to break even. Obviously, quality is obviously the most important thing, but to reshoot a movie twice, Multiverse of Madness did $950 million and it barely made any money. It was a great challenge. I was guided with Julius, who is an indie director, he said, of the movie. These are real directors who want to work with real actors and give them opportunities to play outlandish characters. Marvel supports that. Nelson added, I couldn't respect Martin Scorsese more. He has his own genre, but I disagree with him when he derides Marvel. I come down on that side of Marvel movies absolutely being cinema. They return us to being kids again when they are really good, and they often are. You lose yourself in them. Are they profound? Are they Goodfellas and Miller's Crossing? Are they Bicycle, Feast, so on and so forth? They're entertainment. That's my Marvel speech. He later called Captain America: A Brave New World a wonderful movie. So he's had a lot of fun with it. But he's basically alluding to the fact that he shot 2 different movies, and you got to, if you read between the lines, he basically doesn't have a clue which movie they're going with, which I find fascinating, because when test screening information comes out, you always get the Twitter industry scoopers, wannabes, always debunking that they didn't really change that much. And then you go to the Twitter sphere, the good old Twitter sphere. And then you have people saying stuff about what they've actually changed, what's going to happen in the movie. I find it comical reading what some of these scoopers say. Because realistically, if they did change as much as what they're making out they did, no one's got a freaking clue. So the most recent plot leak that came out basically said by the end of the movie, Red Hulk is destroyed, pretty much. Not killed, but destroyed. And there's a Nick Fury scene where Nick Fury sets up the new Avengers, essentially. And the new Avengers sounds like a pretty bad team, if you ask me. But according to a Twitter scooper, I put them all under the same kind of plane now. There is some information going around the internet. Again, it's like I always say. It doesn't really matter if the information is true. It depends who's saying it. So we have a scooper, I say it loosely, saying this. Captain America, Brave New World scoop. President Ross recruits the leader in a secret to create super soldiers for the United States government. Captain America attempts to expose this, aided by Layla Tyler and his wingman, Torres. Sam crosses paths with a CIA agent before reshoot. It was Israel's super soldier, Sabra, and have mutant conflict with the Serpent Society, which is a group of biotech enhanced mercs. Sam realizes he can't stop the Red Hulk by himself and needs the Avengers. That's not true. Sam eventually decides to reassemble the Avengers to help take down the Red Hulk. That's also not true. A Brave New World be the first movie in which the Avengers will briefly reassemble before Doomsday. Not a lot of this true. So the boy Geeky Sarcast actually says this. Ross does not recruit the leader. The leader helped with Ross's heart problem. The leader wants to distribute Hulk's blood and create a Hulk soldier army. This was before reshoots. Don't get your twisted fake scoop to be reality. So it's interesting. So some variation of what's going to happen is by the end of the movie, whether it be the end or post-credit scene, is they would set up the new Avengers. And Sam Wilson, the Falcon, Captain America, whatever you want to call him, he does take out the Red Hulk by himself, which is absolutely hilarious. So the more reliable leaks that went around, but this was before reshoots, but realistically, I don't think they're going to change crazy amounts of the movie, is this essentially is what was going down. Captain America Brave New World details. Mutant cameos, the plot centers around Adamantium and the leader, who has been pulling the strings. We see the mutant Caliban, played by an unknown actor, working for the leader to track down mutants and collect superhero DNA, references to Wolverine included. Red Hulk gets more screen time with 2 epic fights against Sam Cap. The movie ends with Nick Fury, Iron Man style, recruiting Sam to be an Avenger. In the post-credit scene, Fury explains to Sam about the multiverse and shows him possible candidates for a new group of Avengers, such as Daredevil, She-Hulk, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, and Black Panther Shuri. Although they do not physically appear on the screen, the camera only focuses on Sam watching them on the screen. So it's going to introduce multiversal concepts, but I don't really think we're going to see them physically, unless they've added a bunch of other kind of things into it. So yeah, the Avengers aren't going to come into it just to take out the Red Hulk. Although the Red Hulk is freaking OP, and Tim Blake basically said he shot 2 movies, there probably will be, quite a bit of difference, but I don't think it's going to be a major difference. And now you have people saying the OG Chris Evans, Steve Rogers is going to be in it. So obviously, because that's the next big movie that's actually coming out next year, not talking about, like Spider-Man 4 or Doomsday that are years away, and, like Marvel's plan with Wanda, which realistically, if you look into the details, it's just like, yeah, Wanda's getting a movie. There's some other spin-offs. Wanda's going to appear everywhere. See, what I find interesting is people like to know information about movies years ahead rather than a movie that's coming out pretty soon, which I do find fascinating. So the leader would know what he's on about. Tim Blake Nelson would know what he's on about because he is the villain. Yeah, sure, the Red Hulk's in it, but he's not actually a villain. He's like a sub-villain. Although, yeah, sure, he does have an important role, but he's not the actual villain. So the guy playing the actual villain would know more than anyone. So it's going to be interesting to see when we actually get more test screenings or that will most likely happen or have happened when that information actually comes out or, we get information from screeners because I'm actually looking forward to this movie. But I don't believe most of the nonsense going around that the Avengers are going to help Captain America take out the Red Hulk. Interesting. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarStew. Check us out on Twitter, WarStewG. Hello, catch you in the video. Very soon, guys. Catch you later.